Morning, folks. Today is an exciting day. It's right up there at Christmas in my book. Today our new combine arrives. But before it gets here, we have some things we have to do. Our combines, both of them that we traded for this one, are cleaned out, but we have to move some heads around. Think about it. The bean head's going, the corn head's still here for the gleaner. And once that gleaner leaves, we don't have a good way of moving a corn head. So we're going to move our gleaner head, and we're putting it on our gooseneck trailer. That way we can drive it up to the dealership. There we go. So we already took the electric out of the cab to fold and unfold the head, which is part of the reason why we're putting it on the gooseneck. So this head's been washed, blowed off. It is ready to go. So at one time there was a set of scales here when I first bought this farm. We sold the scales 10 years ago. I've owned this place about 10 years. I think we sold them that first year. And kind of just use it as a loading dock. You may be wondering, why would you sell scales? Well, at the time, we had nothing here. There was no buildings, no electric. We weren't planning on building a shop then. And I needed money. Sure. It's here. There she goes. Will this be the last time a gleaner ever leaves our farm? I don't know. It took about 30 years for that one to come. Yeah, about 30 years between the time that the one before that left and that one showed up. Who knows? As you can tell, this one is missing a steering wheel. So if you missed the video where we were showing this thing, we bought one without a steering wheel. So we're going to hook this back up to the Salford 5200 Enforcer, the 9410, and planning on doing some tillage with it tomorrow. That's kind of my plan. It's 50 degrees again and sunny, and we haven't had rain in a few days, so it's ground's kind of drying out pretty quick. I've got some deep tillage I'd like to do before we get too much further into spring, so back up to this thing, get it hooked up, and we're going to pull the Fendt into that slot of the building. Yep. A little different. So one thing that sucks about these, they don't turn real well. Dad's speed cleaning. So besides taking delivery of the combine, one of the things that we're doing today is preparing everything for tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to do some tillage tomorrow. We're also going to spread some lime. Preferably, we're going to be spreading lime on the ground that's getting tilled. So BJ or Dad, one of them will be spreading, one of them will be loading, and one of us will be tilling. I'm not sure who's doing what yet, but that's the plan. Dad's doing a couple tests on this thing. He said he needed some help figuring something out in the monitor. A little bit of trying to remember what we're doing pains, but I think we're good to go now. Dad's taking the oxbow down to the lime pile, and I'm gonna go pick him up. And then we gotta take the loader down. Vital piece of loading lime is the loader. Legend has it. So we are having a problem with our variable rate files in that thing. So for right now, we're going to try to get those figured out. Now it may seem silly, like you're not going to spread so you can get your variable rate files figured out. Lime is one of the products where, yes, we will do that because lime is super expensive. Not every acre needs lime, and in my opinion, variable rating pays for itself in lime quicker than any other product that we use. So yes, we're waiting. Now, if we had everything working like it should be, we'd be doing it today. But it's pretty weird. When we tested everything in the shop, the variable rate files pulled up fine. We get to the field, or get to here, and they won't. So BJ is changing some software. So we are back in business. This is our variable rate. Where it's blue, we're putting on lime. Where it's not, we're not putting on lime. And when you're putting on 1 ton to 2 tons an acre, that adds up pretty quick, so that's why we were waiting on getting that fixed. BJ is going to go do some tillage tonight. Get a little bit of a head start on tomorrow, I guess. At least then we'll know if everything's working. We had to redo this auto steer in that tractor, so hopefully all that's working. Dad's spreading. Man, hopefully we can get something done. Yep, there's the combine. It's home. So a little bit about this combine. This was a Agco combine. Like Agco owned this machine. It's never been sold. But it was a demo combine, so it has 150, 200 hours on it, something like that. But it's had its full service done to it for the first full 1 year service. Everything's been realigned. See where the Gleaner Guru torqued all the bolts, checked everything. Same guy that's been working on our Gleaner combines is working on this, and yeah, it seems like he's got us in good shape. Now a little bit on this thing. We're still sitting dead in the water. So if you missed the last video, the end of this oil filler wand thing is in the oil pan of this John Deere tractor. So that's less than ideal. It's not fun and it's not good because there is no oil pan in this tractor. The oil pan is part of the frame, so it's not like you can just drop the pan. We're going to drain all that oil. Dad wanted to wait till we had some clean barrels or buckets, because it is brand new oil. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. Hey everybody, before we signed off of this video, I did want to let everyone know that I am going to the National Farm Machinery Show. We will be at the Underfirth booth on Wednesday, February 14th from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock doing a meet and greet, and then we'll be there the next day, which is Thursday, February the 15th from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then we'll be walking around the show both those days and probably a little bit on Friday. So if you feel the need, come say hi. Love chatting with people. Tell me what you think of this combine in person. I'm sure some of you are going to tell me this is a terrible idea. We'll see. I hope not. I really like this combine. I really hope we get along great with it. But time will tell. But thanks for watching, everybody. Also, there is some kind of, I'm terrible at this, but Farm Focus is having a sale. I don't remember what the discount even is, but there's a link in the description. I'm sure there's details on their website. They sent out a site-wide email to all the other brands they carry about a sale. I glanced at it and I forgot to look at the details. But check that out if you're looking for some merch, and we'll see you in Louisville.